I'm bored. You're bored. Let's get this over with.
Time to fuck some shit up.
Your son is very lucky to be alive. That's Midoriya. As it seems as though his work had to raid just the right time to shield him from blast.
I'm sorry, sir, doctor, but my son was born quirkless. I don't understand what you mean.
Oh, look. In that case, he must have biotics there. Oh, great, because I don't recall seeing the hands or anything. Well, yeah, it must be his biotics seems like.
Sorry, no bionics either. Yeah, and he's born quirkless and without bionics. So,
Wait, look, that can't be right. If anything, yes, your son should have perished then. Unless... Yes, that Shane would explain it. It wasn't he must have been exposed to the diesel.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by exposed to the diesel? What could he have possibly been exposed to? Was it during the accident?
Well, as you know, there are quirks in this world as well as, bionics due to the introduction of ESO, also known as Power Zero. If I'm guessing is that you said that your son neither had quirk or bionics, but recently, after this incident, seems to have developed what I can only guess as biotics. It was when the TL drive exploded on that ship. It seems as though that could expose him to at least the right amount of ESO, which bring him his the abilities. As far as I can tell, there are side effects besides him now gain bionic powers. So, yeah, your son didn't have work. Still doesn't. He didn't have bionics. Now he does. Pure and simple.
No. He can't. He can't. He can't have. He can't have powers. He shouldn't be able to. Is there any way to reverse this? Any ways of, what if you were able to extract the ESO from him? Would that finally?
This Victoria, I'm sorry to share you this, but people that there's no that can do there and pretending that her son Brio to help shield himself from such an explosion just by having that minimal amount of ESO exposure. It seems as though he's right. How should I put this? It sounds like he was born to be a biotic. I don't understand, but wow, but seems like this was what he was supposed to be, what was supposed to happen. But his DNA was meant for him to have these bionic abilities. What we can hope for is that he can regulate his new powers as well as, pick a path that wouldn't be so detrimental or hazardous to the purpose.
Where is my son?
Musashi, you're working. Why get the Trojan ambassadors? You said you have a meeting with. What are you doing here? What places? Now.
You expect me to stay away. You should be worth. My son is in the hospital. In the life, most likely. But those company. So why did you tell them I am negotiating my son? One of them decides to insult me. The fact that I care so much. So I decided to do the old-fashioned way, and I headbutted him and walked out.
Wow. I'm sorry. You just said that you headbutted a Hogan and walked away. Someone who is known for having a fire-breathing quirk, something that doesn't enhance your skill. You headbutted a clone Yeti. Is that one knitting?
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it?
Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. That is crazy. Follow you a new start a potential war. No one to commit you. Wow. I had show you mixed feelings about this. On one hand, yes, it's wonderful you care so much about our son. On the other hand, you could have possibly started a war with something that made your job a hell of a lot harder. All things considered. Especially considering the whole, Geophage has been taken care of. So, not really I got out of you. There's a view. And I have milk and sand. I get something both.
Okay, that's out of the way. Doctor, please tell me how's my son doing? Is he alright? Is he gonna make it? You want me to start praying for a funeral? Or can I take him on the next day? I need details right now, please.
Well, as I just explained to your wife, their son is doing quite well, all things considered. One thing is, due to his exposure to EZO, he won't develop ionics. And therefore, yes, she did the poor he wasn't, adept to biotics beforehand. So yes, thanks to that exposure to EZO, he now has biotics. He might have laboratory are places where she could acquire assistance for that and all the like. Then if I am telling you.
So, what you're telling me is my boy, my son, was corpus and powerless for most of his life, now has biotics, something that he could potentially eaten. Wow.
Yes, sir. That is precisely what I mean. Now, I know what you're going to say, and
I'm still lying. Doors and Bruce. Those challenges. Continue to over this and make it even more himself. All of the huge on therapy. Whether this doesn't the best news ever. Given this terrible situation he thought was already. Well, looking real sleep, it's so much more easy now. Oh yeah, my son has powers.
I'm sorry, so I don't understand. You're happy that your son has biotics. He has powers in general. That's different compared to how your wife reacted.
Boys, unhappy. Hopefully she's not to be a hero later. He was diagnosed because he was devastated, heartbroken. I wasn't going to help him with leave him with his mother behind overseas. And she won't do something else to make you feel better. March was for a hero or anything. Venus, don't worry, you can still be a hero. She thought she would want to rush him. Living court. Versus corpus is probably just well, couldn't do anything. It was so big. So yeah, I'm going very happy that my son has powers now. Well, he can play much stronger if he could push himself. It's one of the greatest things ever. For him, he wants to be a hero. He just needs to be turned now. I mean, yes, his abilities layer on. I mean, so he has some catching up to do. So it's like, well, I'll be happy for him. He can fulfill his dream. He also have to feel some pride out. Well, not having a power. So, even my, this is fire reading. I need to be a hero. On the top heroes, but, you know, and her has its uses. She can also be how she trained herself. It's not. She will find something and it's a support role or anything, and she'll be a hero. Or so just definitely paper with the hero powers. Yeah, there's a very smart people. Seriously. He would talk about his video looks. Well, you go right down ways to certain parts how they can be utilized. So, in one way or another, how which team will be the best. Clone to course, great equipment, and other teammates and whatever. It's just it was to him. All that in my arts. What do you need like that? Well, in terms of that now, I will read it. So I think there was one. These new features. So like, I'm going to do the throw in and that watch like how you and at least be sorry. And they definitely, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'll figure something out. Oh boy, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine.
No. Well, okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. It would make sense why your wife would want him to get hurt and whatnot. But I have to ask some. What's wrong with your voice? Don't get me wrong, I can understand you somewhat, but what's wrong with your voice? Don't mind me asking. It's not anything personal.
You alright? Well, like I said before, my work is fire breathing. I can spit fire out of my mouth. One of the problems I face is, dry breathing. After so long of using it, then I gotta hopefully it seems like I didn't need these as often. It can affect me in certain ways, and so I mean, this is one of those ways. And I think hopefully it can be back to normal, but if it can't, there's nothing much I can do about that. Okay. Uh, but yeah, I really catch up again. I need to that my son finally has powers and that she can, you know, be the hero he wants to be. It may take some work. Oh, but I'm I really look forward to seeing him grow up into a fine young man.
Well, in that case, Doria, do you have any further questions or anything that, that's right, that you can use? Well, good luck, at the very least.
Zoshi, you're really okay with our son having biotics. You don't see any problems with him having these kinds of abilities?
Me too, my love. I see this from the bottom of my heart. But, you know, I am happy. I am so elated that my son has powers now. I give they don't want to hers. But similarly, he is going to do something crazy just to be a hero. We have no idea how far he's truly going to go, but I can assure you, this our boy, our son, is our hero. He just needs some assistance. And I apologize for not being holy. It's what I should have been. If anything, that's going to change. I'm going to see if I can get transferred back to Japan. And we'll look for some help for our son. And we will have so he's one of the greatest heroes. At the very least, we can try to help support our son in his endeavors.
Well, hey, mom. That what? Well, what are you doing here? Why are you here? I thought you were busy at work. I wait. Why am I in the hospital? What happened?
Well, long story short, yeah, you have powers now. So it's easy as though there's you were walking around the borderlands and following me, the kid. Yeah, and sadly, but yeah, with the overdrive was quite critical, exposing you to ESO, which caused you to develop biotics. Though, yes, you don't have a quirk, you do have.
My powers! My powers! Uh, Wait, biotics. Wait, no. I studied this before. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I know exactly what those are. Uh, which class should I go with? What should I see? I know all the downsides and upsides of each ones. I know which course could be compatible and which squad alignment might be the best for. Let me think. I
Realized about all and you'll be understanding of your circumstances. But yes, you are chronic out. They're looking to be alive actually. So yeah, if I ain't what let's go home. We'll go over your notes and we'll decide on which one you'll be. But give me your choice. Circumstances, I will say it'd be best for you to go with the Sentinels. You know?
wait. The Sentinels. Yeah, I remember those. They're support type combatants, aren't they? It actually would make sense. They do use biotics, but they also use tech to help. Hmm. But that would mean I have to get fitted with an Omni tool and mm, also a biotic amp. But wait, does that mean? Huh. So I have to study what throw, barrier, maybe some decryptions, and probably some first aid. Maybe. Yeah. Wait, no. I could do something different than that. Maybe. Uh, well, I guess we could think about it later, if nothing else.
Wait. Before you go through all of that, first things first, you need to learn how to do some defensive abilities. Okay? You don't want you getting hurt that you just receive these powers. Right? Like I said, we'll first start with barrier. Okay? We'll train that up a little bit. So, yeah, that could help keep people away from you and damage in that process. But you gotta remember, those are kind of old news nowadays. Anyone can do it with biotics now. If anything, we should, you should really look forward to learning is, tech armor. Or, even war could be very helpful. Or, higher blast. Things like that. I get that you really want to get this shield thing started out off the ground, but with it being simple, that means you don't just run in when, you know, start going damage and everything. Your support. You pay your companions or your squad, teammates, young just doing guns blazing and yeah, you want to kill us if you want that. But like I said, first we'll start with the basics like barrier and throw. Then as you progress, then you can really get into some more offensive capabilities. Alright, that sound like a plan.
Yes, sir. I understand. So first things first, I learn how to do a barrier. Is that what? Huh. I mean, I can see the possibilities for it being helpful and everything, but if it only shields me, hmm. Well, I guess it can still be helpful. Yeah.
Whoa, is this the room of Izuku Midoriya? Oh, yes, lady. With the ambassador. What are you doing here, Alan? Sir? This is actually Midoriya. I've come here to apologize to you. You see, ever since we showed up here, everyone's been on edge. Not just us Krogan, but also your people too. If anything, for some reason, you were the only one that had the balls to actually stand up to us diplomats. If anything, we expect that. We didn't expect something so squishy to be, so ballsy. I mean, before, we would just walk all over you and your other, you know, associates. Frankly, I got a little cocky, and I do apologize for that. I didn't mean to really offend you. It was just, the other ambassadors or diplomats I've met would completely ignore any family emergencies just to get in our good graces. But you? No, you actually have the balls to actually, stand up for yourself and your kid. It's one thing for you to walk off, but to headbutt me before you're doing that, well, I guess you probably were Krogan in your previous life. I gotta say, you've earned my respect at least for now. And for that, yeah, I would like to continue talking with you. So, this is the little survivor. Kinda tiny, but what can you expect from a human? Just make sure you, get better, kid. Your dad put a lot on the line just to come see you. Got that? Well, thank you, Mr. Ambassador. But if anything, right now we should find someone to train him the God uses biotics, since we don't have much of swing as when it comes to this sort of thing. Oh, well, okay. How about this? If anything, I can ask my wife, see if she can, teach him how it's done. If anything, I think she'd be actually interested into teaching such a resilient young man. Worst case scenario, he ends up injured. Really, really injured. Oh, hmm. Oh, that might not be a good idea. No offense, sir, but we were thinking more along the lines of finding a sorry to teach our son. Or maybe he would be more adept and whatnot. Plus, no thanks, Sherlock. My wife is a sorry. And my daughter, of course, is as well. Seriously, you think I was going to allow Logan to teach this little squishy thing? Oh, seriously, I'm not crazy. I want the boy to be trained right. I want to kill him. Huh. Well, then again, if my wife does end up training him rough enough, he can end up with a scar or two. Hell, if nothing else, if he decides he wants to get with a Krogan, then it'll be a little bit more doable.
What?
Calm down, I mean, he's sure good. But you are joking, right? Oh what? My wife being a sorry as well as my daughter, or the fact that if he wants to get with a Krogan, he should get some scars that'll flex on him. I think that's how you say it. You know, show off. Wait, Matt. All the females like scars. Seriously. Wait, why? But, I mean, yeah, alright, I've seen the living ugly faced people, but, yeah, I see. When it comes to scars for Krogan, at least Krogan women, they don't just show that you've been in a scrap or two, it also shows that you survived. And those scars can be seen as reminders of whatever hell you probably went through. It shows that you're tough enough to not only survive, but also to win. And hopefully you won. But yeah, you gotta think about it. When it comes to having scars, yeah, it shows that you're a survivor. And trust me, Krogan, we were meant to survive some pretty harsh environments. I have no choice. So when they see a survivor with some scars, it's easy to say they like what they see. They don't really care much for baby face. The, whatever you call it. If anything, if you ain't no fighter, you ain't got no scars, they're not gonna really look twice at you. They'll probably just ignore you and think you're just nothing but a pencil pushing desk jockey or something. When it comes to us Krogan, we prefer warriors. And that is going to require for you to get some scars. Huh. But yeah, that's pretty much how that is. You lay their scars and, trust me, yeah, you're going to get some for your, how old are you, kid? Uh,
14 right now.
So yeah, you got plenty of time to get yourself some scars. Hell, tell you what, you get yourself enough scars, impress me with them, I might be able to hook you up.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, somebody you offering my son. Not only trade, but you want him to get scars, and you're offering to hook him up with foreign women. Is that really what you're saying?
Hmm. Well, yeah, I'll still trouble with it. But he is going to change his attitude a little bit. Seriously, from the short time I've been here and met the kid, it seems as though he's very timid for some reason. Don't get me wrong, the timid is okay, you know, the strong, silent type, but you can't be choking on your words when it comes to Krogan. If anything, you gotta stand on business. How y'all say it? Stand on business.
Okay. I can agree on that he does need the repair. No doubt. But seriously, you really trying to, of all of the, seriously, if anything, wanna choose a salary of all, if anything else, if not maybe Torian or Florian, I don't know if he would be so compatible with,
What? You trying to say there's something wrong with him dating a Krogan? What's wrong with the Krogan? If anything, Krogan woman could be good for him. Teach him to toughen up. Hmm. Actually, yeah. That might be a good idea.
No. No. I want my Sani to be safe, protected, and knowing that you can quit or he will end up broken. I have no idea what those women are going to do to him. If I never wasting my in his treating like this. If he wants me to, why? Alright. As long as he comes home safe. Okay? What? There is some stinging of roving. It will get him into trouble. The amount of space he can get into. Run around. The bruises and scars. And it can kill me. Trying to impress the program I had. Good job.
if I like you, you got some real big stones on you. I like that. Well, it's just a joke. Well, partially, but still. Yeah. Okay, you might be part Krogan yourself. Well, yeah, seriously, this kid has not an ounce of muscle mass on him. You really thought I was going to set him up with a Krogan female. Maybe he were to beef up a bit, maybe I'd consider it, but... Oh, okay, that was a good laugh. I needed that. Whew. Just seriously. Yeah, but yeah, I'll contact my wife and see if she can, get everything situated. Alright, Hi, Mouse. You look kid. I have never seen you pop off like that. I have to say I have possibly never felt so attracted. Oh, there's a the list or what? Yeah, let's get over something right now. Ooh, I'm going to take a cold shower.
Um, so that was interesting. It's good to know how much you guys care about me and everything. Yes, that's good. Good. Mom, I'm sorry to have worried you to such an extent. Of that, I am truly sorry. But yes, I do plan on being a hero. And now with my biotics, I know I can do that without risking injury. Especially if we do what Dad said and I learn some more defensive biotic abilities first. So if I can keep myself from getting injured and always make sure I come back home safe, does that mean we're good? You'll have no problem with me being a hero, joining UA?
Well, yeah, but yeah. He sees that you decided to join us after so long. I hope you have a valid excuse for your absence.
I have a doctor's note if you want.
Not just know be able to see it, but oh, he survived it. Um, he survived the diesel explosion, and you see the violence. Well, um, yeah, if you see the order, yeah, please take your seat.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
Okay, class, next we're talking about how fucking insane and dangerous biotics can be, and how you should be cautious of how you utilize them. Or they may even hurt your friends, loved ones, small staff, innocent bystanders who have done nothing wrong, and just want to live their lives.
Wait, what?
You has, Mr. Midoriya. Exactly. Drink voiceable the one of more dangerous abilities. The singularity is also mobile on a type, which allows moving biology to create a black hole. And I don't have to tell you how dangerous moves are now to die.
Wait, that is not fair. For one, yes, it may create some sort of a black hole, aka singularity, but still, it does not get that bad to a point where it can spaghettify people. If anything, all it really does is draw things towards it without fully absorbing it into the singularity itself, which means, yes, it may damage some combatants, and if anything, it doesn't even really, you know, affect people who have a certain size or weight, which means this will pretty much be helpful and won't be too damaging for those who are able to handle it. Kind of like heavyset Krogans or people with quirks who change their literal body mass, all the like. If it's too heavy, it won't go into the singularity. If it's too big, it won't be affected. If anything, maybe some slight damage. Nothing enough to kill unless it's spammed for I have no idea how long.
Oh, but very okay. How about this smart guy? Can you explain how the ability war is utilized. The one that actually can spare a target apart. Some that can even, tear starships, the thunders. Yeah, anything about that. Just imagine how that is being used on a fellow citizen.
Okay, you want to play that game? Okay, how about this? How come warp isn't outlawed then? If it's so dangerous, why don't people more worried about? Oh yeah, I remember because usually it starts stripping away armor and starts dealing damage over time. The more you use it on someone whose shields have gone down or the armor has been completely torn asunder, as you would suggest it to be. And it is very helpful when it comes to people who are healing themselves as well as regenerating. It can be very helpful for settling disputes, especially when it comes to drunk Krogan who ends up, not wanting to pay for their drinks. And if it does end up critically injuring someone, we have plenty of fail-safes or, services that can help with that. A lot of healing quirks and quirks in general can combat this. And let me ask you a question. How many people with quirks are there with sharp blades that could cause thermal and bleeding damage exist? Please, speak up. Tell the whole class how many dangerous quirks there are. Since you seem to forget that we have quirks, powers that should be impossible.
Hostess. Okay. So tell me, what I want to know, how is that not dangerous? Seriously, for what?
Really? Are you serious? Throw. All you're doing is throwing something far away, whether it be an organic being or it could be just a simple flower pot. I don't see how that's truly really dangerous. Heck, if it's within your skill capacity, maybe it could be dangerous, but how many people do you know train that hard to want to throw a ship?
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I want to out with the museum build to in Ezo, and then you can go shooting like a rocket, bullshit your target. Imagine the social damage the potential casualties that could happen when it comes to anyone who's in the way of that port.
You dare talk about charge of all things? If anything, that's good for crowd control and bursting into buildings, completely taking out a villain by surprise or a combatant who has no problem gunning certain people down. And what's to stop someone who's equally as strong, like, I don't know, All Might, from just holding out his hand? Yes, charge can be very powerful, but it can't stop anything and everything. It can't mow down everything, now can it? It can be also very dangerous to the person who uses it if they aren't prepared for the potential backlash of ramming into something or someone.
Sure, okay, smart. That was dominate. Yeah, amazing on that. Something that allows you to control people. It's, who knows what nefarious actions you can do when it comes to, I don't know, bending someone's will.
Oh, you mean the dominate talent that allows you to, I don't know, turn your enemies into allies for at least at most 12 seconds, as far as we know, or at least that's as far people really trained it as far as recorded history. Or you're talking about group dominated, which lasts 9 seconds, in which I just don't see what the problem is. A skinny woman, what they could do in what 12, 9 seconds. A skinny woman.
Oh, okay. Now about this. What about Shockwave, huh? Anything you say about that?
Are you serious? If anything, Shockwave is just bro. On a wider basis. Like instead of just targeting one person, it targets a group of people instead. Are you just trying to reach this and make boxing more dangerous now that I have them? Or something? Come on, be honest.
No. I just want so is it my fashion? No, the dangerous, little biotics and how they could affect the society as a whole, especially considering we just have on one of our own suddenly gain these biotics. It's important for you know just how dangerous they are considering you
Because I was quirkless, powerless. That I endured so much bullying for years without you saying a damn thing. Even when I did go to someone else, oh, they just say they're just teasing. It's not that big of a deal. Don't be so sensitive. Yeah, I understand completely. You're scared because, yes, you know exactly how dangerous biotics are. And you know exactly what could happen if someone, say, a wrong student, could really use their newfound biotics, their powers, to pretty much make your life a living hell. If anything, I could just blame all of the incidents I could cause on, I don't know, not getting used to my new biotics yet. Maybe something went wrong with my amp. Who knows? If anything, whatever I do, it just goes to show that you never know when the other shoe could drop. So, if nothing else, let's get on with the actual lesson before I might have one of those crazy biotic episodes. You know, for the safety of the students, of course.
What? Big class. Are you saying the teacher was trying to shame him for getting biotics? He stood his ground and he fought back, limiting a single finger. Oh, I like this kid. Prediction of the program. I'll give him to my daughter if he wants. Seriously. But let's set up an appointment with my wife so she can start training him. This is gonna be fun. Worst case scenario, he dies. Best case scenario, hell, he ends up stronger than ever. I needed that. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, but what he's talking about my son deliberately railed against the teacher and was incredibly disrespectful. Even though, yeah, I could see where he's coming from. Wait. Are you going to punish the boy for standing up for himself? And gods know how many other bionic people, whether it was artificial or not through his means or, wrong that way, or hell, he took a stand against that bullshit, and it was glorious. Oh, I didn't think he had the balls, but apparently he does. I gotta say, you squishy humans are actually much more interesting than I really give you credit for. Well, at least your family seem to be. So, anything, how you gonna celebrate your son sticking up for people who have been persecuted? I'm sorry, but if nothing else, I see where you're coming from, but he needs to face some kind of punishment, don't you think? I mean, yes, the teacher was out of pocket for that, but still, he can't just go around acting like that. Whatever it says it isn't agreement with a teacher or anything. But there has to be something that people from wanting to help misbehaving in such a way. Yeah, come on. He wants to be a hero. Heroes do stick up for, the real people. And your whole world here is saturated with quirks. People with strong quirks, weak quirks, heroic type quirks, villain quirks. Could you imagine how much better it would feel if someone spoke out against the prejudice of quirks like he did for biotics? Well, granted, she didn't know too many about other biotic abilities like, Reeve, or the Annihilation Zone, or those, if anything, I don't think he would have had a good rebuttal for that one, But still, your son stood on business, and that, he deserves a good-ass reward for such courage. And did you say that it came to light that he was being bullied? How'd your wife take it? Huh? How did she take the news that her son was being, bullied while the teacher didn't do a damn thing? Bullied with the students using their quirks, what they're not supposed to be doing, right? So, how'd your wife feel about that? Yeah, she took it, well, all these years she to do rather. She lost her shit, didn't she? Oh, yeah, she really did.
I was told there that your internet environment you myself for completed myself if I am going to use my ruler. I will press very close and having that it's collided as for they bonus game. I want if the vibe is my mind. I'm going to harass the workers. Also been fast. I'm going. Well, damn.
Was that world protected that she sure didn't know about the body change. She sure didn't take into account to our son being bullied. Especially everything has pretty much been out in the open now. And yes, she is out for blood. Well, like you said, I'm happy it's just not mine. Because, they say, no, what do they say? I still know all your human shit. Yeah. They don't have no fury like Odin's or. Huh. Yeah. I can see that being a saying. And pretty damn accurate. Seriously, I've seen some of the crazy shit human females do when they get upset. Sometimes also the pettiest of things. But But I mean, it can be seen as completely justified. Ugh. But yeah, don't mess with a mother's cub or how's it go?
Yes, don't mess with one of theirs. But yeah, at the very least, you really should be messing with those kids. Those parent cares. And trust me, they will care. You better hold me. Especially nowadays, all these biologists, wars, heroes, villains, health, the mama shit. They can be completely out of pocket. But, at the very least, I don't want to worry about it. So, a lot, some more about my son.